I'm going to talk about verifying space in the survey. By now, if you're at the point where you're going to verify your space in Web Central and Archibus, you should have already physically verified all of your space and gone ahead and made your space changes in Archibus. So we're just going to go straight ahead and log in and see what that looks like. So if you looked at the space overview, the survey process overview, the first thing we're going to want to do is verify your space as far as physically verify your space. So one way that you can do that is you can go to all rooms and then put your college or division in here. So let's see, mine was KV1. This is going to pull up all the space in KV1 that's available. And there's about 100 records on each page. So here we're looking, there's about 900 records that need to be verified. So that being said, this can be exported. And then you can use this export as your spreadsheet that you work with as you go around and physically verify space. So if there's any use in the occupant or in the room use, those are things that you're going to want to go ahead and change. The process for that can be found again in the Make Space Changes video. If there's an issue with where the floor plan actually needs to be changed, then you would need to submit a floor plan request, floor plan update request. That's done through Web Central, Archibus Web Central as well. And there's a video on that you can check out. So we're going to say that we've already verified all of our physical space. We've already made all of our space changes. So now we just need to go into the survey and verify the space. You can add a favorite to your menu. So space survey, I'm going to go into verify by list. You could also use verify by building and floor. I find list easier to work with. Right. So as you can see here, I'm signed in as myself, so I've got 523 pages at 100 records a page. So yeah, about 52,300 active rooms in the survey. So in here, the best way to do this is you can basically filter by anything. So let's say I just want to verify all of my space in Davenport. So I'm going to type in Davenport and enter. You can do building, you can do name. Now, as you can see here, it's reduced it down to 3 pages. So each one of these pages is going to have Davenport information on it. And like I said, I know I've already made my space changes. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the first page. And I'm going to click this little button up here. This will select all the records on the page. And then you just hit verify. It may take a minute or two, but what this is going to do is it's going to turn all the records green, and it's going to tie your NetID with it. And then we will be able to see that you were the one that verified the space in the survey. Now, you could go to the next page. What I find the easiest thing to do is we're still filtering for Davenport 0001, but now you type in no. When you type in no, that's just going to give you all the records that haven't been verified yet. So what will happen is if you go ahead and verify this page of records and hit verify, again, these will all turn green. Okay, it says 100 of 100 verified. Wonderful. Now what that did is because I've still got no in here, it just brought me to the next group of records that say no. It looks like there's only a handful here. And while I'm doing this, I forgot, you know what? I forgot this 337. This is actually a different room. This is an office and not a computer lab. So I need to change that. So a couple things you can do in here. You can look at this and see which room it is on a floor plan. And here, again, you can navigate kind of like you do throughout the rest of Web Central or Archibus. You can make these bigger. So this is a room here. I'm like, oh yes, that's definitely an office. So 337, we can edit the space in here. It's just going to be like any other space change you make. Edit. And remember, you do not want to delete any records. You only want to change the information. If there's a room number, a room that's not showing up for you in here, then please send a floor plan request to find out where that room number is and why it's not on the floor plans. So this one we're going to change to an office. So I'm going to look up office category, hit enter, want office 310. So that populates there. And then I want to change the actual use. Now, in order to see what my options are under office, I need to clear this search field here. So if you highlight it, hit backspace, and then hit enter, this gives us our option here. So for instance, if you were going for it, let's do something that's got a little bit longer listing. How about non-class lab service? So if we were doing non-class lab service, we would clear that out, hit enter, and these are all your options here. For this, we'll change it to storage room. And 100%. Now, if we wanted to split this between a research lab and research lab service, let's do 50% here and hit save. Now you can see it's currently at 50%, so we need to have 100%. So here we would have to add another assignment. So we're going to keep it as part of geography. It's KV. That's KV5. And then under KV5, since we didn't already have anything in these other fields, it's going to go ahead. It's going to go ahead and give us a drop-down list. All right, so we want 872. KV. KV5. 872. And there's geography. Save that. Oh, it's telling me we need a use cat. So we'll do non-class lab service, and we'll do preparation room. And we're going to do that at 50%. And close. But now we've got 150%. So we are going to have to edit this again. I'm going to change this to 50%. Hit save. Okay, now we can close this. And now we can see that I've split this room 377 in half. So I've finished all that. I'm going to verify this one. And hit verify. Now you can also relinquish space. If you click on one and hit relinquish, that will change it to relinquished. That is covered in our relinquish space video. The one other thing that I wanted to show you about verifying space is that you can filter for anything that's not verified. If you just click no, then it'll show you everything that's not verified. If you take it out, and you just push yes, it's just going to show you everything that you have verified. And let's say for some reason there was a change on something and you needed to unverify it. and then it turns back to yellow. So you can make changes and then you can either relinquish it or go back and verify it. I think some of these records are not verifying because they were part of the FA survey, but you won't have that issue when you're actually working in the survey. Or if you do, you can just contact us directly. All right. After you verify your space, after everything's green, go ahead and complete that certification form and get it emailed off. And hopefully that will be your part and your participation in the campus-based survey. Thank you so much.